back to my YouTube channel at Mr. Makeover. Today I'm joined with, and I'm joined with my lovely dog Luna. So we're going to be checking out pro-abortion student owns herself during my care knowing. Okay, so without further ado,
First, I want to start off by saying I disagree with everything you say. Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and leave trans people alone. Here's my question. Why
What
do
did I
you
say
weaponize...
about the Asians? I don't think I said anything about Asians.
Listen to my question. Why do you
Okay.
weaponize religion to justify your subjective opinions?
How do you think I've done that?
You say that God says, oh, there's men, there's a woman, and just leave that as that. Like, you don't represent religion because we don't live in a country where you can be purely pure based on your religion. Like, you sin, everyone sins, if we can understand that. So trying to weaponize that against people and try to limit their rights because of what you think God said, God didn't speak to you. You don't know.
God does
you don't
speak
know
to me,
God.
and He speaks to all of us, and we can read His word in the Bible, and we can
no,
go to church.
no,
That is true. So what you're objecting to is that I've quoted the Bible, and I've said right there in the early chapters of Genesis, in the beginning God made man, both male and female created He them. And you're saying, Michael, why would you weaponize religion that way? But what have I done? All I've done is just quoted the Bible, and I'd be happy to have a conversation about 2,000 years of church history on this subject, and I'm happy to have a conversation about even pre-biblical or extra-biblical sources on it, on the hylomorphic nature of the human being. I'm happy to do that. That's not a weapon against any people, that's a weapon against falsehood. And so the only way in which I would turn religion into a weapon is against the devil, and that's what we all have to do, because religion is a habit of virtue that renders to God what He deserves. That's the meaning of the word religion. And so I'm just reading the text and I'm practicing the faith and I'm telling you what the faith has said for 2,000 years. And you might reject it, but I think that it's true. I think religion is true. And you might think that it's false and you might have a different set of beliefs. But one of us is, at the very most, one of us is going to be right. And so at the very least, one of us is going to be wrong. And I just happen to be correct about this.
I love that.
You know, I can respect the confidence, but it's just purely delusion. Okay, I
don't think Christianity is delusional.
I respect religions. I respect people's rights, but trying to limit someone's rights by saying, "Well, I believe that God said this, so I'm going to block you from doing this," like abortion. People get raped. People get incest.
But I just want to say something. 95%, or let me not be let me just say 80% of people that have done abortion, or 80% of people that are doing abortion is not from rape. Let's be honest. 80% of people that are going through with abortion is not from rape, is not from the incest he's talking about. Most of them they had unprotected sex and they got pregnant, or maybe their condom burst, or maybe their family planning didn't work, and then they choose that. But it's just the same way when people are like, we can't force people to be in this gender, they want to be transgender. Don't you see people that come with both sex? But when you look at people going through with the transgender stuff, 95% of them are not people that have both gender in them, like both people that come with X and Y chromosome. So I don't like when people try to use unfortunate situation to justify their own lack of planning. Me, I feel if you want to abort your children, that's a business, that's your children, that's your own choice, that's your own belief. But don't use unfortunate incidents to justify your lack of planning. If I'm being honest, that's wrong. That's the part I have issue with. Want to abort, fine. If the hospital agree with legal, then go ahead and do it. It's your choice. If you're a Christian, you're the one sinning against God. If you're not, then I feel you can make your own decision. It's a free word. But don't generalize it. Don't use bad words to do it. Okay, that's nonsense.
And it's crazy traumatic situations, and it's very hard for a human to ask a human, "Oh, keep that baby because God said to." That is impossible.
Do you think it's hard to? Do you think it's hard to ask someone, "Hey, don't murder an innocent person," even if you want to, even if that would be convenient? Because that's what we're saying about
because our fundamental beliefs are different. I don't think it's murder. I think it's That thing in the baby, not the baby, but the uterus.
You just said
That
it.
is not.
I think you just admitted that I'm right. That's called a Freudian slip, and I think you just
Okay,
proved the point.
chill out. But the thing in the uterus is not a baby. That's what I was trying to say. It's just a clump of cells. It's a tumor. Okay.
It's a tumor.
And trying to be like, it's a baby. We just have fundamentally different belief systems, and I don't believe that. No, I don't think it's murder. It's not murder.
Right, but the baby unlike a tumor, say, the baby in the womb, it has the DNA of an individual human being that's different from the DNA of the mother, and the baby in the womb has all the characteristics of human life, and the baby in the womb grows, at a very early stage, grows to take on the form of an individual human being, and the baby in the womb, left unmurdered, will grow into a full adult-sized human being, just like you are. So that would seem to be a difference between the baby in the womb and the cancerous tumor. So you're saying, well, I just don't believe that, but you obviously do believe that because you just admitted it because you called the baby a baby. You don't want to acknowledge that reality because it's inconvenient. And I'm not denying that there are inconveniences in the world, and there's suffering, and there are all sorts of difficult decisions that people have to make, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a right and a wrong answer, and it doesn't even mean that you don't know what it is because you've admitted that you know what it is.
Okay. What do you have?
This, as you said, I should not be generalizing between the Christian and the rest of them. Me, I was in a child, I would say it's about that. It is your choice, it's your belief, but in Christianity, you modeling a child doesn't look as if you aborting a child means you are doing something like it is a sin between God and man. We should always tell you that what of a child is like you killing something in you, damaging something in you. So those are the guys say that you modeling a child, you aborting a child is something wrong. I would say she's wrong. That is her belief, that is her system. That is what she abide by, that you aborting a child is something wrong. It's good and fine. What the man was trying to take away to rise as in Christianity, you aborting a child is like it's an abomination to them. It's like you know that between you and God. Imagine you killing another human being. That's just so to my own belief, you aborting a child means you actually murdering a child. Kind of sense.
Well, if I'm being honest, situation happen in life. People go through different unfortunate things in life. You can be dating this person and you're just having some fun, and then you get pregnant and you just be like, oh my god, what am I going to do next? Especially when the guy runs away, or you as a lady, you have school to go to, you have work you're doing, and raising a child at that moment will inconvenience your life. So you decide, okay, let me get rid of it. And I feel deep down within me, I feel when you get rid of it, there may be some parts of your consciousness that feels guilty, even the tiny little bit. That's why when people say it's just a clump of cell, I feel it's diversional mechanism to make you feel like, oh, it's nothing, it's just a clump of cell. Or maybe you actually feel that way. I'm just saying it in my own view. But regardless, you can make the decision you want to make in life. It's your business, it's your body, and it's your choice. So I don't know. I guess everybody has the right to do what they want to do. If the state choose to make it illegal, you can go from that state and have your version. And also, I feel people should be careful and people should be able to own up to their responsibility. When you start having unprotected sex, or when you start having sex, at the end of the day, you know that you may get pregnant, because family planning is not always 100% accurate. Using condom is not always 100% accurate. So you have to put at the back of your mind that you may get pregnant, and what would be your responsibility? How are you going to hold yourself accountable? Because if they're like, you can't abort, and be like, yeah, you are restraining me for doing something. No one forced you to have sex, it was your choice. So I know them making you not to get rid of the baby that you put in there should make you feel like you are not being given your full freedom. But at the end of the day, I think we should be able to be held accountable for our actions. You know you're going to get pregnant, having unprotected sex, or taking pills, all the same. But having sex in general, you are you are prone to getting pregnant. So I think we should be able to plan our next step. It's just like you having unprotected sex and getting HIV and you're causing the HIV. Like, why do you come to my body? I don't want to. No, you can't do that because you put yourself out to that kind of energy. You didn't use protection, or you use protection and it failed. But you putting yourself in that environment make you prone to anything. So I feel we as humans we should be able to hold ourselves accountable for any situation we find ourselves in. And we should know how to get rid of it, how to come out, get free from it instead of blaming someone or something else. But it was okay and I spoke a lot, so I'm sorry about that. Please let me know if you want a reaction. Please don't like, subscribe my channel video. See you on the next time. Bye.